So I'm Chris, and this is Vince, and we're both mango growers and event organizers for this mango festival that we're having at the last Sunday of June. So just to sort of introduce you to the people that are involved, especially the vendors who are involved with this particular event, Vince and I are on a mission.
We're on a mission. Well, we're vendors, we're organizers, but today we're going to be going to other vendors, visiting their properties, doing some brief interviews with them, so the people coming to the festival can maybe get to know some of the vendors, because we know we have people coming from all over, from many different states, and I think it would be good for that they maybe have an idea who some of these vendors are before they get there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that we'll have a few people coming from other countries also.
I've heard that.
Yeah, so it's really going to be fun. This year's event, as you probably already know, is going to be a lot different from last year's.
Inside
And much bigger.
Just inside.
Yes.
And if you don't know, it was for some people so one of the persons I was talking to, they're like, yeah, I visited Florida in June once, and that was the key. Once. Yes. They're like, it was oppressively hot with your humidity, and I was like, yes, it is.
Yeah, we recognize that. Yeah, so. Last year also, a beautiful venue, Mounts Botanical Garden, just a wonderful place to go, but not when there's hundreds of other people. It was too small for the number of people who wanted to go, and so we had to turn people away. Yeah. This year's venue, the Palm Beach County Convention Center, as you mentioned, air conditioned, protected from rain, which we also had last year, and just a whole, it should be very good. Lots of access to it with the trains that come really close to the convention center.
I think the parking is a covered garage, which is nice. I believe they have, what did they say, 1,000 or 2,000 spaces?
Yeah,
lots of parking.
Yeah, lots.
Lots of parking. So it's covered parking, plus it is near, like you said, public transportation. There's Tri-Rail that comes very near there. It's within walking distance. There's Brightline, which is in walking distance. The airport is like 10, 12 minutes away. So if you flew in, you could literally fly in for the event, Uber, and then fly back out on the same day if your tickets were arranged in such a manner.
Yeah, it's got a lot of upgrades from last year. Last year was a nice event, but this year takes it to a whole new level, and the venue is able to accommodate thousands of people. And so if you have an interest in mangoes, this is the place to be, June 29th, Palm Beach County Convention Center.
Yeah, and we're trying to encourage our vendors to give a little bit of samples, have people sample the mangoes. We are having some tastings. Most of those are sold out right now. We may release some more, but we have to make sure we have enough beautiful mangoes here for everybody to be sampling. This is a Golden Queen, by the way. It's wonderful. Anyway,
so that's sort of an overview of what is coming up as far as the event, the Mango Festival. But what we're doing today is going around to some of the vendors to sort of give you a glimpse as far as who they are and what kind of tropical fruit they like to grow. Of course, I think everybody has mangoes, but then there'll be some other fruits also.
Yeah, I'm hoping somebody maybe will bring some jackfruit or jaboticabas, soursop maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
What else? What else do you grow?
Oh, the list is long. So yeah, I think the main thing, we got such great light right now. I want to just get...
It's a beautiful day.
Yes, it is. I want to start talking to other vendors, and so let's get going on that.
Let's go into the car.
Vince and I are here at Jack and the Beanstalk, and we have Catherine with us, and she's the person in charge. One thing I wanted to ask you, I mean, she's a vendor at the Florida Mango Festival, and before getting into the festival too much, what I wanted to ask you is, how did you get into this crazy business?
Well, the main reason that me and my husband started a business is because we want to eat healthy. That was the main reason. And as a matter of fact, I was the black tongue out of the entire group. My husband is the one who started the whole thing. After he injured his knee, and then he couldn't really, too much walking and stuff like that. So he started gaining weight and tried to eat more healthy because he was getting into diabetes, hypertension, all the good stuff. And then he says, nope, I gotta stop. We gotta start eating healthy. And he started the whole thing, which it kind of went away out of control. We started as a backyard nursery.
You started small, and you thought it was going to not get out of control, but all of a sudden you have like this huge amount of tropical fruit trees, especially mangoes.
Yes, absolutely. And that was the beginning of basically the nursery. That's what we call it, Jack and the Beanstalk, because everything that we started from the seed at the beginning, And then we were able to get more into more tropicals, mangoes, with so much fascination of so many varieties that Florida has to offer. And not only that, all the tropical fruit trees, and that's what we kind of keep pushing to try to make more enjoyable for people to kind of interact with their own. Just sometimes, they come from different countries and they have these different backgrounds, and they've been raised or eating fruits from their own country that sometimes is not easily available on the market. So that was the idea behind trying to help them to make it more available for them. That's one. And little by little, we actually including also some more edibles and medicinals, and try to make the whole thing more, natural. That was the idea behind of the whole business. Yeah,
there's so many nutrients in tropical fruit. It's just amazing. And I remember hearing a graduate student from the University of Miami, I think years ago, talking about like the fruit that occurs near the equator, and she said that like that is very high in antioxidants. Almost every fruit is, and her theory, and she says it'll never be able to be proven or not, but she thought that the reason that they were so high in antioxidants is that the plants that survived protected their fruit from the strong sun, and that was the antioxidant part of the fruit. And so it's like, who knows what is actually happening, but tropical fruit is really, most of the tropical fruit is really good for people.
Yes, as a matter of fact, most of the pharmaceutical industry comes from plants, so, and that's how it's just different combinations and quantities and concentrations, but we trying to bring the available for people, and one of the things that Vincent knows is that we try to put all the information as possible in our labels, so that we help people to decide, research, because we got so many customers that they are not just local, they're just passing through, maybe living up north, in different areas.
I mean, we're lucky because in Florida you can taste so many varieties of mango, and so a lot of times people, like our customers that are local, already know what plant they want to put in the ground because they've fallen in love with the fruit.
That's true.
But if you are not that familiar with mangoes and you come, it's really nice to be able to get a description of the fruit that the plant is going to produce.
That's true.
Yeah, and that description is like right here. So I noticed that what they did on their mangoes is they really tagged them. Whoops, put that back.
Okay.
I'll just hold the sign.
No worries.
Anyway, but they tagged it, so you have the name and then the shape, the color. Of course, she has her prices listed out here, a little description when it comes ripe. And she's done this with all of the mangoes. About how many varieties do you have here?
The most popular, I would say 100.
You have about 100 varieties?
Of the most popular ones.
Yeah, yeah.
The most popular one. It could fluctuate sometimes. It could go a little between 80 to 120. You know, whatever is possible to. But we try to keep up with the inventory as much as we can. Don't worry about it.
Did I get it?
He's worrying. There,
I got half of it.
yeah, you flunked sign.
One sign, yeah. I need signs on mine. I was gonna.
Yeah, this is great, and you have. I mean,
Now
we're
I have-
standing next to a bunch of very large trees, but you have trees of all sizes.
Oh yes, all sizes from 3 gallons up to 45 gallons. This is 25 gallons, and we got some 45 gallons as well.
And in addition to mango trees, what are your other popular trees?
So mangoes, avocados is the first, of course, and then the third one is citrus.
Citrus still.
We are still the first producer of citrus between California and Florida. A lot of people get definitely discouraged or is scared about how to, take care of them. I'll teach you.
I'm gonna bring up one. Do you have calamondine?
I do.
Yeah. So and so,
I do.
that's a hard. I don't want to say it's very hard to find, but a lot of people ask me for it, and so she has calamondine.
And the variegated form too.
Huh?
And the variegated form too.
And the variegated one?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you need calamondine, Jack, and then will you be bringing any to the festival? 'Cause I'm sure there's going to be some
I'll probably
people
bring.
who want
yes, I'll probably bring just a little bunch
Yeah.
of a sun. And nowadays we also have what is called the new variety resistance too, which is being developed by the University of South Florida. So I'll bring some of those too. It's been getting more and more available. Before it was only available for farmers actually. Because they want to increase the production and have more. But now it's little by little they're releasing more and more for people. And then we got varieties of oranges, tangerines. But going back to your original question, besides those three, then we have so many different rare ones, and each nationality they have their own preference.
Yes.
You'll be surprised.
Yes,
So,
Yeah.
of course, you are going to be a vendor at the festival. Could you give us a brief sort of idea of what trees you'll be bringing? Obviously, you're not going to be able to bring at least a lot of big trees.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
smaller trees and
Smaller trees, definitely. Smaller trees because I realize.
Yeah, we're not moving these
I know. No,
you move it once.
Yeah.
That's it.
So
to a homeowner and then into the hole, and that's it.
Yeah.
We don't want to move
we
it.
do deliveries though. But for the festival, we're probably gonna bring just some trees and maybe some few 7 gallons.
Yeah.
That's it. No more than that. And of the mangoes,
People who can actually carry that to
Carry.
their car.
Yes.
These trees, no.
No.
Yeah, not unless you have like a football team, to
Yeah.
carry it. A 3 gallon and a 7 gallon, both sizes can be carried easily by most people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so did I hear that you arrange delivery? So if somebody were to buy
yes,
these
definitely.
15, 25 gallons okay.
we do provide delivery, planting, service of edible landscape and whatever you guys need.
So
basically.
to the festival, what part of the festival might you be looking forward to the most?
The tasting.
The tastings?
And also the lectures actually.
The lectures,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, the
The
lectures.
lectures, yes.
So the lectures, we haven't spoke much about them on these videos, but we have.
Dr. Richard Campbell is going to be speaking.
That's
And,
gonna be an honor.
Jonathan Crane.
Jonathan Crane, Dr.
from
Campbell,
Trek.
yep.
And so those are two big names in the mango business.
Chris is speaking too.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
a little name though.
No. Alex Salazar is going to be speaking, and we're working on a few others, so I hesitate to say who, but those are the big draws right now that come to mind off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Har Madin will be one of them.
Oh, and Gary, I believe Gary
Gary
Zill.
Zill.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
how
would
could
be
we
amazing,
forget
yeah.
that?
Yeah,
We wouldn't be here without
From
half
so
of that
many
one.
mangoes for
But Gary, Gary is going to be there, and Har, yes.
So yeah, it's going to be great. There's a lot of other people I'm sure that will show up, and there'll be all sorts of different activities. for instance, identifying fruit or sampling seedling fruit. And
Do you
all
have
sorts of
people
things.
come to your property here during season and say, what is this?
Oh
mango?
yes, so many. I say
Do you charge for that?
no. I say bring two.
That could be a huge money maker. How many
Actually,
do you get, Chris? Every day. Anyway.
Yeah, I always say bring two. One for you to tell you what it is, and the other one for me to keep it. You know.
Yes, of course. They're a little payment.
Yeah,
You got to
for the good ones.
But I go,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
No, yeah, we definitely have a lot of people there. Or bring you the leaf, right? Bring you just the leaf.
yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
That's a whole nother level.
Yeah, yeah, I don't want to keep you too much,
Sure, no
but
worries.
I appreciate the.
No, thank you
time
guys
that
for stopping by.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, and we can't wait to see everybody at the festival.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to be there, you know.
Lots of great vendors, and I know there's lots of great people, mango fanatics from not only Florida but from outside of Florida that will be coming. So.
It is a great community. The people who are interested in these tropical fruits and trees, planting, growing, it is a very nice community to be a part of.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.